Have you ever stood at the base of something immense, a mountain, a skyscraper, a legacy, and felt that pull, not just desire, but a certainty, a voice that says, this will prove I matter. That voice has a name. We call it ambition, and it built our world. But what happens when the blueprint we're following isn't for a shelter or a monument to the human spirit, but for a prison of our own making? What happens when we build, not to contribute, but to tower, not to connect, but to look down? Today, we talk about the tower of pride and what happens when ambition breaks. Imagine the ambition. It starts so pure, a brick of passion, a mortar of skill. You lay the first course. I will be great. You lay the second. I will be seen. The third, I will be remembered. The work is hard. The climb is steep. You look back and see how far you've come from the ground. A thrilling sight, but a subtle shift occurs. You stop building with people and you start building over them. Every compliment becomes a brick to be stacked, not a connection to be cherished. Every competitor becomes a shadow to be outgrown. Every setback isn't a lesson, it's a flaw in the materials, a betrayal by the world, never a flaw in the design. The higher you go, the thinner the air. You can't hear the voices on the ground anymore, the voices of collaboration, of friendship, of simple, human feedback. All you hear is the wind of your own thoughts, whistling through the lonely spires of your achievement. This is the tower. Its foundation isn't rock. Its comparison. Its scaffolding is the fragile approval of others. And its pinnacle is a mirror. You stand at the top, and all you can see is your own reflection, staring back, asking, is this enough? And then it breaks. Ambition breaks not when you fail, but when its fuel runs out. And the fuel for this kind of tower is infinite. It needs more validation, more height, more isolation to sustain the illusion. It is a psychological law. What is built on the fragile ground of ego cannot withstand the winds of reality. What breaks? Your connections break. You realize you're surrounded by an audience, not a community, by admirers, not allies. The language of the tower is me, and it's a language few want to speak forever. Your purpose breaks. The why becomes foggy. You chase the summit, but now you're there. The view is just more sky. The purpose was the climb itself. The proving, not the being. Improving is an endless game. Your resilience breaks. A tower is rigid. It cannot bend. When the storm comes, and it will, a rigid structure cracks. The humble shrub bends and survives. The proud tower lists, groans, and falls. Because it never learned how to yield, only how to ascend. But here is the most important thing I will say today. The breaking of the tower of pride is not the breaking of you. It is a liberation. That crash you fear, it is not the end of your story. It is the demolition of a faulty structure. It is the moment the ego's blueprint is torn up, and you are left, dusty, dazed, standing in the open air, on the solid, common ground of your shared humanity. On this ground, you can build anew. Not a tower, but a hearth. A hearth is built with different materials. Bricks of humility, knowing your strengths and your limits. Mortars of empathy, connecting with others, not from above, but from beside. Its roof is purpose that shelters others, not just yourself. The ambition that built the tower is not your enemy. That energy, that drive, that fire, it is still in you. But now you redirect it. You use it not to build something that separates you, but something that warms, illuminates, and gathers people. You build a legacy of we, not me. So, if you feel the ground shaking beneath you, if you hear the groans of a structure straining under its own weight, do not despair. The ambition that is breaking is the one that sought to make you a monument. The ambition that is being born is the one that will make you a catalyst. Stop trying to repair the cracks in your tower. Dare to walk out of its shadow. Feel the sun on your face, not because you're above the clouds, but because you're standing in the same light as everyone else. The world doesn't need more lonely towers, casting long, cold shadows. It needs more hearts, more places where light is shared, where warmth is generated, where people can gather and say, here, we are better together. Take the bricks of your old tower, your skills, your lessons, your hard-won wisdom, man, lay a new foundation, here, on the ground, among us. Build something that doesn't just reach for the sky, but that roots itself in the earth. Something that doesn't say, "Look at me," but whispers, "Come, sit. Let's build something real." Your greatest work isn't what separates you from the world. It's what connects you to it. And that is a construction project that never ends, and whose purpose never breaks. Welcome to the ground. The view is better here, and the company is everything. Thanks for watching.